Okay, we should be recording, and we should now have sound. There we go. Welcome back to Dark Souls 3. We will be, remember correctly, doing the Road of Sacrifice. Oh, I noticed this. So before we can talk anymore, I need to notice this. These are the most annoying enemies in the game, I swear. So, Road of Sacrifice, not the largest zone in the game. It's in fact quite small. Because of that, I usually tend to fold it in with the swamp. I think it's called Swamp of Sorrows. After the Road of Sacrifice. So this may end up being one of the larger parts in the series, to be honest. Oh. Bye, please. There we go. This area doesn't have too much. A lot of the stuff I just generally tend to avoid. Go straight to the items and avoid the rather more annoying enemies. These guys, the base form is quite easy to kill. Hardly an issue. Once they transform, though, they become much more difficult. They move much faster, they deal more damage. They are just annoyances. Ones that we can avoid if we just smash them first. And we jump in this game with L3, yep. I was playing Bloodborne the other day, and you do the double tap on circle, whatever the equivalent is on your controller or keyboard. Dark Souls 3 controls slightly different. Hidden path. No. You gotta love these messages. The trolley ones that get you to jump off into the death. Okay. I want to kill this guy first. Actually dealing decent damage now. Not sure it was the levels we gained or the improvements to the weapon. Oh, the scythe. That's actually a rare drop. And we did get the storyteller stuff, didn't we? Well. A quick check. We did. One of the few staffs that I had to put Toxic on, if I remember correctly. Actually has some pretty good scaling for Faith. Despite being a, was it Faith or was it Intelligence? Am I just talking about my ass now? I think it's Intelligence. Yeah, Intelligence. Why did I like this spell on this staff in the past? There was something about it. I think it just may have been the weapon skill, but maybe more. Either way, it doesn't really matter for us in this build. We probably won't be using it or many spells. Let's try and do a think. Go over the bridge for that one. Go down here, and I have to deal with her. Can we bleed it? Not with our stamina. We can one-shot her though. The katana proving that our edgelord ways are in fact quite powerful. Yeah, no. If you see a message like that on the edge, be very careful about what you're gonna do. First twin weapon in here. I mean, it looks believable. It looks like there may be a part down there. But definitely not. Also, I'm not sure if there's too much glare on my camera there. We'll just put that down a little bit more. Ah, there is one thing I had to change though. Music will disappear for a second. Nope, already taken care of it. I noticed last time that my camera was actually covering up the HP, MP, and stamina, which was a rookie mistake on my behalf. I should have noticed and moved the camera across. Hopefully my handsome face isn't in the way anymore, and you should be able to see everything you need to. Also, you don't notice it when you're just talking normally, but when you're recording and listening back, your voice does sound quite different. And you are fooling no one. No, settle down. And there's nothing up here, I don't think. Excuse me. Nope, just the way back. Over here. Now, I do actually believe there's a path down one of the bridge sides here. Is it on this one? It's there. Well, if you want to throw yourself off the bridge, by all means. I'm not going to stop you. There are some dogs here. Beware of enemy, beware of right. Indeed. But it's worth coming down here if you can, because there are some pretty cool stuff down here. Not including the pregnant dog. Does it think she's pregnant? Definitely looks pregnant. Does Morn's ring. And one of the divine tomes. One of the safe divine tomes. Morn's ring, boosts miracles. So if you're doing a faith build, coming down here is by far one of the things you essentially have to do. Oh, you're red-eyed, but that really doesn't change things. Red-eyed enemies in this game aren't too scary, they're just slightly more aggressive. They don't have any extra stats, do not damage, have any extra abilities. They just tend to, no. Bye. And so it's almost like it's mechanic they forgot to put anything scary on. Only a few enemies have it through the game, mostly through the early sections, and after that you don't really see it again. Back here. I'm trying to remember, was there anything in it in Dark Souls 2 that had something like the red eyes that made them super aggressive or more powerful? I don't think there was. I'm trying to remember where they got the red-eyed mechanic from. Either way, it just seems like it's something they decided not to pursue and put in the later parts of the game.
Oh, hello. How do you do? I'm Anri of Astora, unkindled like you. This is Horace, a friend and travelling companion. Are you too in search of the Lords of Cinder? We're well along the road of sacrifices. Below us is the Crucifixion Woods. Beyond the flooded woods lies Farron Keep, home of the Undead Legion. Further yet is the Cathedral of the Deep. We seek the cathedral, home of the grim Aldrich. We may go our separate ways now, but we are both seekers of lords. The next time we cross paths, one may find the other in a time of need. May the flames guide your way. Oh, yes, Horace. He's not very talkative, but don't think ill of him. He is an upstanding, kind-hearted knight, a fine partner for this grueling journey. Without his help, I would have cursed this onerous duty long ago. We are well along the road beyond the...
Okay, no, it's not repeat. As for Horace, best boy. Look how friendly he is. Very friendly dude. Best of friends. Okay, leave that. We will not spend our souls. We're not going to chicken out like that. We're going to continue to hold on to them and potentially lose them. Hopefully not. Ray of Phantom, then try Pure Luck. Phantom. I don't remember any Phantoms this early. There is one in this area. Actually, there's two. Roll. And backstab. Can't be that obvious. Come on. How about you? Good shot. Yeah, we could spend our souls periodically just to level up. It's generally what I tend to do in these games. Don't want to lose too many at once, but I think raising the risk factor may be more interesting. Oh. There we go. These guys, if you're unprepared for them, can actually be quite scary. Because if you get on the wrong end of their pikes or stakes, generally speaking, it does not end well. Okay, go for the dog first. He's by far the most scary thing here. And Spook. Yeah, the amount of times they killed me when I wasn't used to them was quite a lot. Oh, there's one there. Also, generally speaking, I would avoid the crabs in this area, but it's for you. It's a service. We'll try and fight them as well. These guys generally have only one attack, and it's just poison, so don't be afraid of them, even if they do start to sneak up on you. I do wonder if they were designed to have another attack later on, but I should say earlier on, and then they got rid of it, but as they are now, they are a non-threat, even in numbers like this. They can potentially poison you, but at this point in the game, you do have ways to cure that. Just randomly picked up from enemies most of the time. There we go. Oh, that was close. Wind Dragon Great Shield. Ah! Okay. Because as you saw there briefly, they can stun lock you if you have low poise. Oh, bugger it. Aren't you a cute dog? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Look at that lovely face. He's just so happy. I still hear some people around here, though. If you are playing a game like this, make sure you can actually hear it at least a little bit, because audio cues are by far the greatest defense you have against some of the creatures in this game. Being able to hear when they're about, stomping about, what they're doing, if they're planning to ambush you, are by far the best defenses you have against a lot of their attacks. We'll fight that crab momentarily. There's just something we have to fight first, and most likely die to. I should say, someone we have to fight, and most likely die to. Because some of you may miss it, but there's a purple summoning sign here of an old friend. Someone we met back in the pit. Who, after dying, lost their last marbles. We'll just finish this area off first. Kill these. 1, 2. 1, 2. They're essentially just free souls. summoning the Man Phantom. Now, there may be ways to use him against the enemies of the stage, because Mad Phantoms generally are hostile to everything. But for the most part, he's going to try and wreck your shit. Now what he does do is he buffs himself, and he also casts that, which essentially is a flame which will regen the health of anything nearby. Very fitting for a Mad Phantom. Ah, you got me. See what I mean? He is very strong. His self buff does damage him over time though. That's his downside. I could have just kept away, let his health chip down, which I may just do. Because I think we'll just waste one ember and try and divide him again. Just the one. And the dog usually aggroes. Got souls back. I'll aggro the dog just in case. Because I don't want it coming and messing up with that fight. Because it can be annoying. But I think that's the only thing that can really interfere with this particular area. The boys down there won't come this close. So let's use this. Oh, friggin' beard. There. Okay. Now let's try and not to die again. Oh, that's not how you not die again. Oh. Okay, that was not terrible. So he really only has one attack we have to watch out for, and mostly that is when he's buffed up. We'll try and do that again. Which we will let him, but then we're going to punish him for it. Make him use his Estus. He should only have the one. No, he has two. If he wants to use them both, that's fine. You stuck there? Come on. There you go. Because now, every time he uses up his attacks and his buff is now chipping away his health. He's 3 Estus. You can't recover from it. Ah! That hurt. But also get some FP back. Nope. Nope. Punish you for this. Ah, he got me. When he does that thrust, he has extra super points, super armor, I think it's called. Which means we can't stagger him out of it. Not with this weapon, at least. You got close enough though that I'm tempted to again use another ember, which is a limited resource at the moment. Come on. You dealt with. Let's deal with both you. Yep. It's been the last time we do it. If we fail this time, then yeah. Roll the marbles. Summon them up. Honestly, I'm not even sure if it's worth it. I do know that for a quest line we do have to beat him a few times, but I'm not sure if he drops anything worthwhile in this first encounter. Smack him a few times so he can't parry. Punch him for it. Make him use his Estus. Should have one more Estus after this at least. Yep, he'll use that. Wait for him to do his move before we punish. When he has a... I was going to say when he has a buff on we have to be careful, but it's already fallen off. It does not last long for him. Nope. Finish that. Don't let him heal up from it, if we can. Whoop. Nearly outstammered ourselves. There we go. Just gotta be patient with him. Much like other things in Dark Souls, if you're impatient, try to be too offensive, he will punish you. I do like this spell though, it's quite nice. And the question becomes, where do we go next? Because that's sort of an open question in this section of the map. Let's clear out this section. If I remember correctly, I think there's an Estus shard down here. Yep. Now there are two beasts here, two beastie boys. This one we will kill right away. That's good to see. We only need one round attacks to fully kill them. Make this one real easy. Yeah, I'm not sure. It pumps up to +3, but I wonder our stats at the moment. Because it has been a little while since our last part. What are you, Dex? We are performing remarkably well for someone with such low stats and weapon. Okay, now that that area is done, we'll go in here. I don't want to kill this guy first. No, seriously. Calm down, please. We are still having stamina issues though. I'd like to have at least enough stamina to do 6 attacks in a row. I'm only having enough before at the moment feels a little bit limiting. Heretic Staff. Another nice one. As you can tell, I have done a lot of intelligence builds in the past. I mentioned in the previous parts, but Dark Magic was my my jazz, I'd say. Okay. Through this section. Now we will end up doing the boss over there shortly. We won't be continuing on down that path to get to the Cathedral of the Deep, mind you. Because that is not the goal. The goal of this part is indeed going to be the swamp. I hear something signed down there.
Well, this is unexpected. I don't often have visitors. What do you want? This is my study that you've happened upon. If you haven't any business, I've reading to get back to. How intriguing. Very well. Indeed, I am a sorcerer, with plenty to share. However, what champion demands service without recompense? Clearly, you're not that sort of woman. So you will make me a promise that in exchange for my teaching, you will bring me knowledge in the form of scrolls detailing sorcery's secrets. Well, can you assure me of this? Very well. You're no fool. I take it you understand the weight of a promise.
Yeah, it's very large feet now, I remember.
Vinheim,
There's it. Maybe it's just boots.
unkindled one. I shall teach you sorceries. We will learn together. It shall be like our very own school.
It did take me longer than I get to admit that work out this was in fact a chair. On here. Grab this item. And there's something on here I can grab as well, but apparently not. There's a hole there, be careful. I've fallen down it in the past. It's actually beneficial to fall down it in some circumstances. What are you swinging at? Yeah, that's the sound of a spear. Actually surprised this one didn't attack us while we were doing that. And there we go. There we go. Thought there was one here. And of course, Crystal Lizard. Only 2 hits. Crystal Gem. This area, very good if you want to do magic build, because this is essentially where it starts to take off. You get all the items you need for it. There we go. If I remember correctly, there was an item somewhere along here. There we are. Ring of Sacrifice. Again, I will most likely never use that. Warriors slumber ahead. You don't say. I did say I was going to fight those crabs, didn't I? Honestly speaking, I hate fighting the crabs. They are very annoying. But these are the ones. These are the ones are fine. It's the big ones. Especially if you're trying to fight more than one. Ow. Ow. Whoop. Crab boy, get back here. You're going to use up all my instants, aren't you? You take practically no damage from fire. Oh, we got him. Let's use him. Oh. Where'd you go? That's actually the first time I've seen one go away like that. Are you the same one, or are you a different one? You're a different one. Yeah, I don't normally fight these, so as you can tell, I am much worse at doing so. Also, using a sharp weapon against them seems to be something they're not really strong against. Okay. I actually get this one dead. Oh. One down. Used up most of my Estus to do so though. I'm actually not sure what happened to the other one. Maybe back later, it may not be. So I've seen them dig down in, like, Elden Ring, because that's usually how they hide. I have yet to see one do it in Dark Souls 3. So that honestly surprised me. Me. And I think, yeah, one of you. That's it. We know we can kill you. So you're much less scary. If you're with a weapon that can't, you know, just one round knock them off, they can be slightly more terrifying. Now, full disclosure, this area does have my favorite armor set, so we may switch over to that soon. As honestly, it gives more defense than Tattered Rags. Fallen Knight gear. It is heavier, mind you. So we're going to start normal rolling, I think. But it's not so heavy that builds that haven't put anything into Vitality can't use it, if that makes sense. Yep. And it just looks so damn cool. Yeah, edgy boy increases. We may actually switch to, say, a dark greatsword and get the edginess flowing even more. I did say I was not going to use dark this run, but the urge to go dark katana into dark greatsword. Oop. Fuck, it's a watchdog. Yeah, that's not good. We are most likely going to die here. That, I believe, is a person. Pull that, I pull this. Yeah, this is why, generally speaking, I don't ember up, because, especially in this area, it is... I forgot the Watchdogs of Farron protect this area. Which means the crab reset, it's fine. Honestly, we don't have to actually kill most of those again. And we've already put one of the crabs, so I believe my promise to you has been fulfilled. That's it, I feel like I could. I'll decide. If it's just the one crab, yeah, we'll do it. Come on. Oh, ow, that hurt. Yeah, these crabs do friendly fire. Though, I do believe they take extra damage from lightning, which unfortunately I don't have access to. Oh. Okay, that's one crab. Technically two if we count this little one here. Now there should be another one. Now, as long as you're not embered up, I don't believe the Watchdogs of Farron will bother you. I'm actually surprised that we met a Watchdog, considering Elden Ring is out, and not too many people should be playing Dark Souls 3 these days. Actually caught me by surprise. Okay, we know how to deal with these guys now. Deal with them from the front. Oh. A large pincer there is slightly annoying. Ow, that's rude. Don't do that. Okay, we're out of Estus now, so it's starting to get slightly more dangerous. Oh, nearly missed it. Okay. Go and stay on the back. Dash. Ah, one more. We don't want to die over in this area, if we can avoid it. Bring it back over here. Where is this? Here. Okay then. If you want to run away, by all means, I won't stop you. Ah, no, just move back there. That's fine. And it heals fully. Annoying. Actually wondering why the other one didn't do that. That's fine. Actually, that's an item we want there. At this point, we're not going to fight it. We're just going to grab our stuff. Oh, Grass Crest shield. Very good shield. If I remember correctly, the Grass Crest items increase your stamina regen. Can't catch me. Gingerbread man. Green Blossom. Now the item here, I believe, is in deep water, which is a death sentence for us if that crowd comes over. Great Swamp. Yep. Oh, roll in here. We can get out of the deep water here. There we go. Deal with you. As we know we can. I should say we could. Is that crab coming for us? It is. Run away! Run away! Discretion is by far the better part of valor. I was hoping to get it when it came down. Didn't expect it to be able to clip me. Oh, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Honestly, we got most of what we actually wanted from that area. The only thing we want now is our souls back, please. Can we have those? These are ours. Thank you. We'll be on our way. In fact, let's go back here. Take the proper way over. Thank you, Mr. Crab, for letting us through your garden. We actually had to go up there, didn't we? So yeah, up here. And along here. Those guys. And by doing that, we can get this item. Gold Falcon Shield. I'm kind of tempted to go back to the Tattered Robes because, I think I said earlier that I was going to use them for the run. I can't remember though. Yeah, sure. How much Yeah, defenses are... Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure. We'll see. I would like enough agility to be able to quick roll even with this set. Ah! Ah! Respect the god. Come on, over here. Ah, here's poise! In truth, his brother worries me more than he does. I think that the crabs are coming for me here. No, they're not. Means we can get back up here without any issue. Cool. Now, where's his brother? Did he land behind us in the water there? Coming for us? I mean, we could just skip him, but I kind of want to deal with him so I don't have to in the future. I think he fell behind us. Yeah, there he is. Ah! I have to be careful with this guy, he can combo us to death. But if you are patient, you can catch him. The end of his combo. But much like his brother, he also has poise. At least some poise. Wait, don't do that. I shouldn't be getting excited for, you know, defeating NPCs. They are predictable. Unlike that other human watchdog, which had me actually worried. And Woodbone. Okay. The question is, when do we actually go back to spend our souls? I want to say off the cup that we do it not every time we find a bonfire, because some bonfires are just spread fairly close to one another. But every time we kill a boss, we get permission to go back once and spend our souls. Hopefully that sounds reasonable. Because if I do it only once per part, then for larger areas like this, which have more than one area sort of sandwiched together, it wouldn't make much sense. So for the moment at least, I think we're going to go up here, run back and kill the boss over here, the sorcerer, sage, whatever his name is. The crabs are the true bosses. How do I get up there again? No. I have to run it past you, don't I, to do it? Whoop. And... whoop. Whoop. Bubble slows you down. But I should be safe from the crab now, at least. Even if I die up here, it's fine. My goal isn't to kill things at the moment, it's to restore our stats. There we go. Run back over here. Now, as far as I'm aware, we have everything in this section of the map. We have all the items, even some we didn't expect to get from monster drops, because we never count those as guaranteed. Everything we can pick up off the ground we have. If this was a randomizer run, we'd have everything. I could have done without that soul strike though. Ow. Now that hurts. Okay, now if we ember up here. I don't think the watchdogs are going to get us. I think they get us more if we move towards the entrance to the swamps. I could be wrong about that. I am not entirely sure. We should be safe in this area, I think, as long as we move quickly. It's amazing how one encounter with a single watchdog can get you paranoid for this entire section. Okay, you with us? I know. I'm having trouble getting up the hill though. Now, in a lot of bosses, you need to not be aggressive. This one, you 100% need to be, because if you're not, he is going to ruin your day. Okay, where are you now? You him? Yes, you are. The way you can tell the real one is purple glow versus blue. There you are. Plus, this is just phase 1 where it's just him. I think we're going to get phase 2 starting from now. Yep, music changed. You are a fake, I take it. Yep, so you're the real one. Oh, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die! Whew, that was close. I'm actually surprised he's still there. Normally if you hit him once or twice he just goes. The fact that he is staying in this area, I think it's going to be the easiest kill than I've had yet. Yeah, I'm used to Mr. Bird Mask teleporting around several times in an area after you just hit him once or twice. He just stood there and took his lumps. But I'll take it. I mean, you want a challenge in a game like this, but sometimes, you know, you can just accept that some bosses are just going to give you an easy run. Ah, and this is the girl I was waiting for before.
I am Cirrus, of the duties we each bear. I doubt we've much to gain. Blessing of... I doubt we've much blessing of...
Yeah, you'll say that, and then next time she'll be like, hey, I can help you out with a few bosses if you like.
Welcome home, speak then. Very
What?
well, then touch taken up.
Okay. I want to bring these up to 18. This up as well. Because, as I said, I want... Helicopter you can probably hear. I want to try and be able to get up to doing quick rolls again. It's not necessary. Normal rolls are more than enough, but...
I've made of...
You know, it's just generally better to have. There's more ash I have to give you, right?
Ashen one.
How about you? You still depressed over here? Yes.
Heavens. Heavens.
I haven't been coming back here enough to trigger a lot of the plot lines.
Just good what needs.
And... let's see. Reinforce. That's the shards. Reinforce weapon. Can I have... No, I don't have any large. Can't infuse you with anything interesting, can I? Raw to get rid of scaling. Fire. Also get rid of scaling. Refined? I believe refined evens out scaling. For example, with the katana here, Dex C, Strength E normally, but with refined, it just makes them both even as it goes up. I believe it will max out around B, which, unlike normal katanas, which max out around A or perhaps even S with dexterity, it depends. For mixed builds, it can be beneficial. Generally speaking, though, if you want more damage, specializing is about the way to go. From experience.
Oh, I would do. Then shall we bear?
Grab 3 levels here. I believe our next ability to get another point from me is at Hollowing 5, which we haven't hit yet. Or Hollowing 10, one of the two.
Be safe.
So I believe it goes 1, which he gives you normally. 3, 5, 10, and then something around 20, I want to say. Has any guess?
The undead sworn joyous gaining in even I pity the
Okay, nothing to say there.
Well, remember me? You're making quite an effort. If you yearn for then kill the Dark Wraiths. He has been a prisoner for me. I can see it in your eyes.
It's speculating that Dark Wraith, we get the ability to essentially invade anyone we want with a proper, unlimited invade item. Down here.
Oh, champion, I was not the god's eye, I am yours.
We could give her a Divine Tome. I'm going to actually keep it and give it to another NPC that we're going to get access to later on. Homewood, it's fine. Caressing Tears there.
Have a pleasant, I pray.
I do like having Faith Build, because I've seen healing in a few boss fights when you have more than a few servants actually turn the tide. But we're not going to have it this run. I've done Dark, I've done Faith, I've done Intelligence. So this time I'm leading towards just doing Pyromancy, which may be Dark Pyromancy, but you know, just Pyromancy. We don't show it. No, yes we do.
Yes, here we are. It's been long indeed. With this,
Learn Pyromancies. Which one's going to be learned? A lot of the Pyromancies here won't actually help us too much because we just don't have the stats currently invested in Attunement and in, I believe, Intelligence and Faith because it's both. But, you know, eventually they may be useful.
Do not be
And as
gone,
you probably realised by now, I'm also quite indecisive, so we might not actually end up going Pyromancy. Pretty surprising. But I think that's all we can really do with our current souls and other items. We don't have any more Undead Bone Shards, do we? No. I would love a second Undead Bone Shard. It would really help us out. But for now, go here. Now, I did say we might do the Great Swamp rather than Cathedral of the Deep, but I'm thinking the boss of the swamp is the First Lord, and killing him actually triggers a number of different storylines to complete. I think we need to actually have Drought True Strength up to 5, the maximum, before we kill the First Lord, otherwise that questline just fails. So, rather than blindly run through and break that questline, as well as a few others, let's go do the Cathedral of the Deep, most likely die, and just continue the storylines we can do at the moment. Because we could probably kill the Watchers, then also the boss of the Catacombs underneath. Those two bosses aren't actually that hard. But we wouldn't be able to go into Irithyll at the moment. Would also break several quest lines, as I mentioned. And I think we'd also miss out on a few other items that I'm just leaning towards getting. Also, the refinement for our weapons. We can't actually refine them at the moment until we get a few more proper Titanite. Kill her. Let's do this properly though. Deal with the other two before we deal with them. Yeah, there's nothing actually up here for us to get, was there? No. Just had to deal with the patrolling. Oh. Good, hadn't let better. Oh, not expecting that. I'm just doing so badly right now. Also, I think I mentioned it in the last part, but just a reminder. Current Estus configuration will be getting up to 10 before we put another Ashen in. Oh, ah! Well, we did mention we had to die. Suppose that is one of them. Breakblood set. Breakblood armor is another good set that I wouldn't mind. Actually, this is a fallen armor set. It does remind me a bit of the Drakeblood set without the, you know, the tattered cloak. But we won't be getting that for a little while. If I remember correctly, there's some shenanigans we actually have to do to get that. Okay, come on, you first. Bryn will join us in a moment, but if we can kill you first, it makes things a little easier. Okay, that's you. Come down here. Dodge. No. I meant to dodge instead to I can get that. Oh. I am definitely not the greatest in this game. Slightly distracted. Back. Luckily we had enough stamina to go dodge. Yeah, so I'm not the best in the game, then I somehow managed to pull that off. Hero armor. Another armor set I haven't really considered. I'm not really a big fan of helmets that have the front part, the visor, open. Okay. If I remember correctly, there's actually a guy down here wearing our exact same armor set. Bully him a little bit. Ah, that's right. Here's a dagger. And he likes to throw daggers. He just... try and bleed him. Ah, he got us. You sassy guy. Okay, one more hit and we should be able to get him. There we go. None of these have Estus, so there should be easy enough kills. Ardent Ashes. I don't remember what that gives us. Now, there used to be a ninja, I want to say, up in this part. Fairly sure he's gone now. Not sure if they patched him out, removed him. This entire area is kind of devoid. Of what that is. That is a slightly weird plant. Hmm. I'm not sure why I was so weirded out by that one plant. It was... yeah. It's fine. We've got Axe Guy over there, and I think we've got another one on the side there, but... now let's deal with you. Wait. Come on. Oh, it's faster than you expect. Now his buff, I believe, gives him poise. No, just damage. he is two-handing though, he can do quite a lot. There we go. Gives us a shield, and I think there's one more over here. I don't think there's one in this area, is there? No? Excuse me? Thought there was one more in this area. Guarding a shield. Or is this am I thinking about a previous version? So yeah, that's the Crest Shield. One of my actual favorite shields in the game. Because, yeah, it has good magic defense as well. Or at least it did in previous versions. This one, it just seems like a good solid shield all around. Okay. Now this is my least favorite area. Too many dogs. Too many dogs and crossbowmen. If it was just one dog, it'd be fine. If it was just one crossbowman, it'd be fine. There's, I believe, 3 dogs and 5 crossbowmen. Which do a lot. Where the fuck did you drop from? Oh. That one literally dropped from the sky. There's 2 more dogs, at least. 3 more dogs. Come on. There we go. Not gonna we only have to do this area once. If I had to do it more than once, I'd be slightly more annoyed about it. I think that's everything. A solid defense, but not good enough. So dogs worked into teamwork. Yeah. But yeah, pick one dog off at a time. Try not to get dance in the middle of all the crossbow bolts because they will get you eventually. It makes it much easier. Now there are 2 ways to deal with them. Just either let them explode and just run away from them, or what I did and just stab them. Okay, that's not active yet. We haven't met Patches. Okay, come in here. Oh, it kind of looks like a boss arena. Activate the bonfire first before we talk to him. And we'll activate the DLC, but we won't actually do anything in it yet.
Wait, you've the same scent as that woman. Then you must be an Ashen One. You must be.
I'm not sure if his voice has changed. Sounds different than I remember.
You don't know how long I've searched.
Leaving some keys in my pocket, so that's annoying. You okay there, mate?
Oh, don't mind me. Didn't mean to fall apart. Now, Ashen One, I have a kindness to ask of you. My lady lives in the cold land of Ariandel. I need you to show her flame. A proper flame that will burn the rot away. If you truly are ash, then it must be fire that you seek.
We accept and activate the DLC.
Thank you. They of ash never fail. Just a moment, then.
See, we touch it and we get instantly brought into it. I'm actually surprised that he can touch it and not get drawn in.
And then the ashes were too.
Slightly sinister laugh there. Just a tiny bit sinister. Yeah, we will be going through the DLC area, I want to say, probably after we've got all... Sorry. After we've killed Yorm and after we've killed Eldritch of the Deep. Once we've done those two, I think we'll be at the appropriate level to come back here and mess around. Talk to you.
Have you just arrived? How very unusual. Just how long has it been? Rejoice, my new friend, for this is a true haven of the forlorn, the cold and gentle painted world of Ariandel. Quick, go along. Find one for yourself, a sweetly rotting bed to lie upon.
Now, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but everything here is rotting. The people included are also rotting. So, they like these beds, one, because they are warm in the cold world of Ariandel. And two, because... I don't know.
You're no, but you're Ariandel, so a sweetly rot.
Because they get comfort of some sort? I don't know.
Quick, a sweet
Warmth, comfort. Maybe they feel complete when they're just lying on it, I don't know. Yes, painted world of Ariandel. Much snowier, much whiter. But, must be a fire or something nearby. Yes, we'll go back to the cleansing chapel. And though this may be a longer part, because we're going to do it, we'll go through what we can of the Cathedral of the Deep. And same rules apply, we can't go spend the souls until we kill a boss. Which, I believe there's only one boss in this area. The actual Deacons of the Deep. Which isn't the hardest boss in the world. But depending on how fast we kill them, could prove troublesome. Yeah. Okay, one of them exploded. I just couldn't remember which one. Another Estus shard. We need one of the bone shards though. Having flask means little if they don't heal us up full. Luckily there is one nearby here. Now we're going to run through most of here because killing these guys is effectively pointless. With a couple of exceptions. And all these two. This great sword. Oh, you can keep on keeping on. Nothing there. What about up here? I don't think there is. Some of these guys that keep on beating their heads against rocks. They are long, long gone. Okay, we roll through here. We're gonna have a lot of these zombies to deal with in a second. I think it's when we pick up not this one, but this one. Executioner's Greatsword. Yep. Just a giant swarm. Including some of the slightly more annoying versions. Okay, these guys fine, have nothing more of interest there. I think the Great Sword's the biggest thing that we can actually get in this area. The rest of the things are pretty basic. What we are going to do is switch out this for a torch, if we have one. Thought we picked one up. No, we haven't. So that's something we have to take care of soon. Or at least I would if I'd go back and spend souls, but I can't because I said I wouldn't. But essentially the way to deal with the leeches here if you get hit is to grab a torch. Stamina. Didn't have any. Wooden twin blades? Very nice. Deal with these. The ones that are walking around, they're the ones we can afford to kill. Because otherwise they are just annoying. But because we've got a tree here and our friend can shoot, we are slightly covered. I don't think... No, it doesn't. So we're essentially going to keep on bleeding probably for 1 or 2 bursts before the leeches stop trying to eat us. And there's just nothing we can do about it. Totally forgot about the torch. Should have got one earlier. But yes, Undead Bone Shard. That one there, one of the easier ones to get out. I think it's all the items up here. Come across here. Deal with these two. And we kick down the quote-unquote shortcut. I am tempted to go back to Firelink just to grab the torch. Also to burn the Undead Bone ashes that we just got. I think that would be cheating though, for our self-imposed rule, so we won't. At least not yet. No, stop it. I think there was an easier way to get rid of them. We don't have any of the moss to put them, I don't think. No. That's fine. It might just mean that we have to go back to the bonfire more often. At least for this bottom section. Also, I can't remember how to get to that. Are you gonna wake up? No? I'm gonna take it back. Apparently I can. Titanite, Titanite shard. I need the slightly bigger version than the shard at this point. Having a good supply of the lower version is useful, but eh. Really? There we go. Another twinkling? Yep. The twinkling will be useful later on, just not at the moment. Because there is a katana later on that we could try to get late in the DLC. That does need twinkling. And maybe other items as well. But we'll see. Okay. It's one down. surprising. Only took, I think, 3 hits. Right, Tree Belvine. A good spellcasting focus, I think. At least I believe that's what it is. It's not a shield. And there wasn't an item down there, was there? No. Okay, let's head back to the bonfire, then head back here. We'll try to complete this area without having to worry about bleed again, and once we've got the last 2 items down there, we should be fine. Run back out here, deal with the explosives. This guy also will try to murder you if you just ignore him. Learned that the hard way in the past. Not the cleanest I've done that, but would have been worse. Okay, can we sneak past this one without aggroing it? I think we have. Means we can deal with this over here next. Wakey wakey. Don't be afraid of these guys if you see them. Just be careful of their attacks, dodge around them, and deal with them. In other words, I hate saying this, but just get good. There's one in here, isn't there? You're gonna slap me in. Yep. Fortunately, I need to pull my own device and get good. Poison Bite Ring, and I think that's everything in this section. I believe means we can just go back. Bonfire again, I know. It's annoying. And then run back up and actually start doing Cathedral proper. And we're already at 22,000 souls. How many do I actually need to level up at this point? 7,000 each, so that's 3 levels. I would hate to lose all of them. Now, I'm thinking things I'm going to hate doing. There's one of the Archdeacon's monsters in this map. Those spiders that drop from the ceiling. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you will, and it will terrify you and give you nightmares. But essentially, normally, entirely skippable. But we will do, as I said, with other fights and actually end up fighting it. Normally I don't want to because it is a literal nightmare to fight. Okay, shouldn't have to deal with you. Here we go. So yeah, one of the smarter things in Dark Souls is just, if something is giving you a issue and it's not a boss, there is just the option to skip it. You don't need to fight everything. Unlike me, who will attempt to fight everything just for you. These guys are exception. If these are giving you trouble, I suggest practicing on them. Oh. On the comps I said I needed. But yeah, there's more of those later on, so getting used to them on that one specifically would be better visual compared to just trying to avoid them and getting hard stuck later. Red bug pellet. Okay, I believe there's one guy here. And we'll deal with you. I believe there's one here, which we can hit once to deal with. And to deal with that archer, rather than try and shoot at him, just walk back here. He'll eventually walk out. So, and then you can go deal with him. there's a thief in this area, if I remember correctly. Go this one first. Move along here. Yeah, there's a thief up there. There should be some to drop off. Eventually. Yep. Him. I already missed the Bloodborne rally system. You hit me, I hit you. Get healed back. The thief up there patrolling, but he's not going to be an issue for us at the moment. Yep. Archers down there. They're a small issue. Okay, there should be some hands. Yep. And, yep. Oh, thief. So far, so good. Deal with these. Oh, forgot about him. Okay. Remember correctly, I think there is, yeah, there's a thief right there. Which will entirely try to murder us. 2 for the price of 1. There is also a creature, yeah. How did the first one not get us? Right, the second one not get us. Actually, a few of those through the into that cathedral. That one's probably the more annoying one to deal with, mind you. Hunter Charm. Okay, down there, I believe, is just the ring that we got. Oh, yes. There's nothing else that we can get by dropping down. I think. It's not a shortcut to anything, it's not an unlock. I don't think, it's just... not even a death, it's just an area. No, I will not be dropping down this time. Wait, get over here. Come on. Okay. Trying to fight this guy up here is much better than trying to fight him down there. Because down here, there are just thieves everywhere, I swear. Okay, none there. I believe there's a thief waiting for us right here. I have been giving some thought to a Dark Souls 2 playthrough, but I don't have it on PC, which is what I'd like to do if I was going to record it. You know, do both the main game plus all the DLC. Something I actually haven't even done off camera. Dark Souls 2 is the one Dark Souls I actually haven't finished. You're gonna throw one of those things that stop my healing, so I want to not get hit by that and turn you off. Come up here first. I think there's another thief that just languishes up here. Nope, they're all dead. Friend. Not so much. Come up here, deal with this guy. I think there's 2 of those dancers. Undead. Graveguard. Okay. So based on the mother could love. I think there's only 2. There could be a 3rd. I'm not sure. Ran out of stamina. That dance is the most lethal move. I actually like them. The movements are quite graceful. Reminds me of Azura out of Fire Emblem Fates, for example. One of my more favorite characters. These guys are suicide bombers, I can tell. Yep. You're gonna chase me and explode. 1 and 2. Fire bombs, of course. And you exploded there. More fire bombs. Now, there's one here. What there was. First instinct, go open up the shortcut to the bonfire so we don't have to go through if we die. We'll risk it. There's another big bishop around the corner. Quickly. Yep, right there. Some of these are wanting to explode. Oh, that's closer. I did not expect them to nearly kill us. Nope. Go wait. Go wait. I'm gonna fight you. I want to do it down here. Oh, you. I was gonna throw a firebomb at you, then you threw a friggin' dagger at us and murdered us. Oh. We had to die in one of the most annoying areas as well. Getting back there and getting all our souls is gonna be a exercise in patience. This is why you don't do what I'm doing, where you don't run around with 28,000 souls. This is very easy just to lose them. Okay. I suppose there is a bright side. By the time we get back there, there'll be a bunch more souls in our inventory to get. I'm not sure where that other bunch of souls came from. We went from, I think, 600 to 1100. So where did 600 souls come from? Bit weird. Up here we go. We wait for this one to go down the stairs. We don't need to fight her. There we go. Which is a good one to practice on, but not necessary to deal with. And we just go through here again. Hopefully without dying. That is not conducive to living. Generally speaking, we do not want to get hit. Back. Wait, this one to drop down. Come on, you can do it. There you go. deal with you, and then we deal with the thieves. One just drop down from there. The others will spawn behind me when I deal with this one. You don't have to deal with the people hiding there at the moment, because I don't think they aggro on us. You have to take the thieves seriously though. Going for backstab there, but it could happen. Okay, so far so good. Repeated the minimum to get back here. You next. Happy. Come on. Thank you for the helmet. We'll put it to never use. This is why these guys are dangerous as Olfa, and the biggest threat to what we're trying to do, which is just get back our stuff. One left. Slight bit of concern. I think we're going to be fine for the extra thieves up there for now. If we run by, there shouldn't be a threat. No. I think we just got one of our assistants back. Okay. Come on. There we go, aggroed one. One down, let's get the second. Oh. Yeah, I have to respect these guys as well. Because, well, if you get clipped like that, doesn't do too much. If you get the full combo, yeah, it's lights out. Okay, so far so good. Souls retrieved. So that's a small amount of worry on my mind. Got no time for your shenanigans. This one here. Up here. And yes, we are in fact going to try this again. If I remember correctly, there was one hanging up here. Really? You just clipped through the wall. Yeah, the X ones usually have more poise than anything else, which is why I was giving them slightly more room. Okay. Wasn't too hard. It did get me killed last time, but it wasn't too hard. Don't give me that look. Okay. We're here. Ah. If we had any amount of fire damage... Normally, the slimes are a bit of an issue. Totally forgot we have, you know, the base ability of the Pyromancer Flame. So we should be able to kill one or two of them with ease if we come across them. These guys aren't too scary. They are slightly annoying though. Especially if there's a lot of them. We call that foreshadowing. Okay. That's the main part of the cathedral. Now that we're actually inside, we're going to open up the shortcut. Remember, there's nothing out here we can use. We couldn't have jumped down here beforehand, could we? I didn't see a path, or I haven't heard of one that allows you to drop down instantly and open that shortcut. There may be one. I can't completely rule it out. You know. I'm doing this the legit way, makes it so that we don't miss anything. For the most part. Little trick if you are actually new to Dark Souls, you can actually send the elevator down so that it will be down there next time you die. That makes it easier when, you know, you have to run through an area repeatedly to try and get back your souls. Okay, let's sprint by this guy. He's not a happy camper, he just wants to sleep in. Okay. We actually have to roll and dodge and attack. Yeah. And we're good. Now that, my friends, is Mimic. Monster head. Monster head. Just. That last one's what's this? Break these so we have the room to move out. And though I may regret this. Yeah, always dodge when it does that attack, because even if it doesn't look like it's going for you, it can sometimes catch you by surprise, and if it does, you're dead. That grab is pretty much an instant death. Deep Brow Tome. First dangerous Brow Tome. If you give that to the cleric, she will, I believe, go mad. Or go down the path towards madness. Which will make Morn not very happy with you. And my freaking knee. Doesn't like me sitting down too long. There's some words. There's some thieves up here that we have to deal with. Specifically, I believe, this guy. I'm not sure if there's another one. Yes, there is. Oh, there's one behind us. Wait. Knock it up. Okay. Oh! Grab that, the slime drops down. No? Either way, pre-spell. Totally forgot there was a slime up there. Now you can definitely hear one of the creatures. Yep, she's on patrol. Surprisingly easy to backstab them these days. Not sure if it's something I'm doing differently or just good luck. I'm leaning towards luck. Now the giant isn't very happy with us if we do that. So, yeah. We're actually going to deal with the giants. That's something I'm used to. I tend to do that even in my personal playthroughs. I think there's any more things we have to worry about down here at the moment. Be wrong about that. but I think we're fine. Where's that dude, though? He is a bit of a, bit of an annoyance. Oh, didn't get the, backstab off. Yeah, that's to be expected. Oh well, it is what it is. We just have to make sure we can get back there without dying. Shouldn't be too hard. It could be a bit iffy there with the giant. Yeah, it should be fine. Come through here. Start running about that point. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep on going. Ignore all the treasure. And just keep on going. Just keep on going. Keep on going. Okay, we will deal with the thieves, because if we don't, they're going to drop down and we try and get ourselves. There's one there. There's one over here that will try and double tap. One here will climb up. Okay, I think that was just 3. We don't have to deal with the ones up the ladder. I was going to say stairs. Because unless we go back up, deal with the giant, or get the items from the giant, they won't bother us. And there's our souls. Right here. Look at the glowing puddle. Now this guy is entirely skippable. We don't have to fight him. But we will. That's next up. There we go. Take a swing. Stop swing. Oh, that was super delayed. And now my words come back to bite me. Because while I can try to fight the spider, they are the one enemy in the game I have not got much experience about. For 2 bosses. So I 100% expect to die when I do this. It is not going to be a fun time. Run through, grab the item, and prepare for trouble. There it is. Yeah. Maybe this is Mandibles when it's about to attack all of it. I think that's Curse Gas. So yeah, try to stay out of that. Oh! Very easy to stagger. I was expecting to be very dead to you. That surprised me. Not expecting to be able to deal with him. Like I was expecting to be, as I've said many a time, very much dead. Okay. If I remember correctly, this side only has a few thieves. Okay, a few thieves. Anyone that's played Dark Souls 1 100% has PTSD about them shooting the darts. Please, no toxic, please. Okay, and the things that drop in it aren't poison. I think they're equipment damaging gas. Could be wrong about that. Okay, we'll deal with this guy first. Ow. Not my best showing, but it is what it is. Okay, there's a thief up there. I think this guy has 2 of them following him. And we'll open the shortcut first. Just in case. I think that one doesn't open from this side. So, while we could have dropped down here, because I'm fairly sure one of the things we saw does drop here. I don't think it would have been a shortcut for us. Can't open this yet, can we? We can. And that takes us to the rafters, I believe. First things first, we want to open this. I am getting a little bit worried about carrying around 40,000 souls, as expected. It's not a big issue. We could, for example, just rush for the boss. After it, then we can do the rule and go back and spend. We're not going to though. It's going to get above 60,000, I think, by the time we finish here. Speaking of finishing, where do you want to pull this? Okay, I want to do this guy first. Ooh, you're already buffed up. Ow. I don't want to fight you. Yeah, I want to fight you out here. Okay, here we go. Do shield bash, and then you'll do swing. Come on. I can read the shield bash coming, but I'm having a very bad time dodging it. I'm having a very bad time dodging. Bait out the attacks. I'm gonna die, I can tell. That does not do enough damage. I could backstab him, then I'd feel happy, but as is, I haven't had enough time to dodging his shield. This is not Elden Ring where if you hit the shield while they're blocking, they get an instant counterattack. I'm gonna keep on blocking with the shield, I am gonna punish you for it. Lightly worried me there. Yeah, that giant doesn't activate unless I go on that side of the room. And I believe there is a lever on this side for closing one of the gates. Yep. So closing these gates doesn't actually do that much. It doesn't open up any extra areas. And it's not like it stops the giants either, they don't move. Just trying to remember where the lever is for this one. I know there's one up top, so it might be there. I don't think there's one here. No. Means we actually have to go back and line. I do want to do all that giant so I can go back and get those items, but I can't do it on Zero Estus. I'm not that good. But even though we just defeated the knight there, we are actually going to go back and reset everything. Deal with it properly. Oh, we forgot to get that, didn't we? I believe this is a whip, I think? Washed whip, yep. frame rate may be struggling a little. May actually be because the recording is starting to run a little long. It's eating up disk space with every single moment we do. I don't exactly have the best setup. I have a laptop running this ROM, has a terabyte disk drive, which, as you can imagine, doesn't hold that much these days. So, yeah, the recordings run up to around 20 gig an hour. That's for the elevator, isn't it? Why I was looking at it being like, why can't I pull this? And go along here. Find the secret ladder. Ring the bell. Access one records. Come out here. We roll down into this. And I believe there is another thief up here that we have to deal with. Yes. Okay, there's that guy there, but we want to do this guy first. Really? I'll actually do a combo. Oh no. And no, there's no secret illusion doors here. Or walls, I don't think. There are ways inside from up here, but none of them are particularly secret. Like that one. Okay, I think this one has a thief that activates. Well, yep. Same one that would have dropped down. There's more. Guys, just the bait, you could say. What was an item down here that we actually had to grab? That's the other green one. Okay, next guy. Cupboard guy, actually. Ow. Don't fall down. Don't fall down. Okay, there we go. Hit you on the knees. Do not swing your habit at me. Okay. There is actually one here. Frame rate. Having a few small drops there. Not sure if it's the temperature or just the computer having small issues. Shouldn't crash though. Heard a thief. I hear thieves. Not along the edge there? No. Edge. No. Oh, up there. No. Settle down. Not a thief in this bell tower, is there? No. Just the same thing as those guys are shooting at us. And now the item over there, I believe, is a tongue. One of the PvP reward items. Yeah. We'll try and grab it. Even though I know you're there. I think there's another one, isn't there? No? Those? Okay. Because it can be used for not just reward covenant, I think it's also used for not removing, but reallocating your stats. Which we won't be doing for a while, but if we want to later on to get a different build, we could. Now, you do not want to fight on these rafters if you can avoid it. Because it can end up severely putting you at risk of just falling off. Now those guys over there have crossbows, so if we get too close, they'll start shooting. This guy over here has a claymore, can kill you in, I believe, 2 hits. And is guarding that 1 item. So what we're going to do is not fight him. Because while I'm willing to fight the spider, I don't want to fight him in the raptors. That is too suicidal even for me. And the Blessed Gem. A very useful item. We get a Blessed Katana. Actually go Faith. We do need to drop off on one of these raptors in a second. I think he fell off following us. One of the prime examples of why we don't want to do that. Oh. And I believe... Can we drop down from here? No. You're gonna be really annoying, aren't you? Real annoying. Yeah! And we're dead. We did want to come back through here. Wanted to do it later. Because, yeah. I got sidetracked. That's my own fault. I should have went straight for what I was trying to get to rather than detouring and grabbing the Blessed Gem. Okay. Did my souls drop? Yeah. Or are they up in the rafters? They, I believe, are up in the rafters. Which is kind of bad for us, because it means that we are now open to the same thing happening to us again. It's fine. It's fine. It won't be an issue. Also, some out of character, I should say out of game information. It's quite hot here today. My room gets extremely hot in the afternoon, which it is. So, if it looks like I'm getting hot and sweaty over dying and all that, it's because I actually am. Okay, climb up. Roll up here, don't drop. I don't want to end up dying. We don't actually need to deal with him, we do need to deal with these. They will follow and ruin our day. Should be able to sneak through here. And yep, there's our souls. Means, yes, again, we are in danger of the same issue that we had before. Okay, we can, in fact, though, just come over here and then roll. Ah, he hit us. We survived. But... That's our own doing. That could be bad. We did get our souls back, so we're not going to lose those that time. But... rolled one too many times there. All this just to access a faction I'm probably not going to actually use for a long time. Up we get. Roll. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Deal with you. Along here, there should be a thief that activates. Okay, where did our souls end up dropping? They drop in a very annoying location. Yes. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We got down here with just enough health to survive the pole. And I'm fairly sure the knights up there won't follow us. I think. Slightly more disgusting enemies in the game. But overall, not really a threat, and honestly, if they're just willing to not attack me, probably be friends. Get lever, pull this up. Now if we cross there, I'm fairly sure Patches will just lower it on us. But for the moment at least, we won't. In fact, we'll go up here first and unlock this. Okay. And this guy over here never really attacks you, he just watches. But if I remember correctly, he does actually give you a thing if you kill him. Yep, red sign soapstone. Now we're into one of the more questionable areas of the church. Bonfire. Now, there are some that say that she is, I believe, Renalia out of Dark Souls 1, or rather the... No, not Renalia. Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn? The sun goddess out of Dark Souls 1. Maybe, maybe not. Other than giving us a look. We can't really see her face. Never really talks to her either. But she's just, you know, happy being there. Which is totally fine. We will reset things just so that we don't have to deal with the knight later on that may have fallen off the rafters. These guys will attempt to annoy us again, but it's fine. You can just run past them for the most part. Our business here is complete. Just wanted to get the bonfire. And as we go along here, I believe it gets triggered. No? Patches? Not gonna get in our way? Not gonna annoy us? Slightly... We've gotten the trigger to get Patches here. I think it's opening one of the gates that the guards are charging. Guarding. I'm going to take a small sip of water here because I think my voice is getting a little bit quieter. That's a bit better. And there's an elevator here that shouldn't be active. Oh. Now, does he actually just do it when I'm walking along here? This side? Nope. The question I have is how the heck am I going to get down there? Without, you know, dying. Going along that side. Actually, can't go on that side. Questions. I may actually just have to run back to the shortcut. Go down here, deal with her. There it is again. The random drop of souls that we just got. I'm not sure who's falling off the cliff, but thanks. And the aesthetics of the cathedral are they're interesting. Very different from other places on the map of Dark Souls 3. I want to say more about it, but... lore-wise, it just sort of popped up out of nowhere for Dark Souls 3. There isn't a large church faction akin to the Cathedral of the Deep in Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2. There's no comparable order that we come across, at least. From memory. Could be wrong about that. Now, where do we want to go for this? I think we actually want to go through here first, because... no, we want to deal with the giant, which means we have to go through here. I know we said about going for 100% items, but if I know how to get them and we have time, I don't mind grabbing them. And the boss is literally just around that corner after all, so we're fine in that regard. Dealing with this guy? Oh, do this first. Could prove troublesome. Now, if you haven't fought one of the giants here before and have decided to avoid them, first off, very smart choice. Don't feel obligated to do what I'm doing. When you're fighting them, there are slimes in the sludge around the giant, which make the fight slightly more troublesome. Now, the way to deal with them is essentially do not be in front of his feet. You want to be either between or behind. He can step on you with both. Also, you want to, like so, want to make sure that you are in fact behind him, because he will sweep with his hands every now and again. And if you aren't in the right spot, you can end up accidentally clipped. Now, I mentioned the slimes before because he does occasionally target those. And the first giant is just that easy. Actually, I don't think this one actually had slimes. Yeah, this one's the easy one. I take back everything I said. The slimes are on that giant over there. This one has no slimes. Just forget about it. He does drop a lot of souls though, so definitely worth dealing with. One. Wish we had the, I believe, the rusted ring from Ocean Night Shark, yes. From Dark Souls 1, because it allows us to just move through areas like this much faster. I'm fairly sure there isn't an item like that in this game. Okay, come down here. I believe it's a spear that we get down here. And I believe opening this door is to flag the trigger patches. Yep, the same bidet. Bidet. Bidet? Is it bidet or bidet? Hard to say. And it's blocked. Lore-wise, I think Patches just sneaks in through here. It makes sense for him. We open the door for him per se, and that allows him to move further into the cathedral. Yeah, what we're going to do is come over here. Even though we'll have to deal with some thieves, it's far faster than we need to roll through the sludge. It's also on the way of what we want to get next. It's dead, it's dead. Smooth thief. Oh, there's one there. Luckily, I didn't do a bludgeoning attack, and they are poisoned. Okay. I'm just getting constantly proven wrong. Okay, the knight will probably walk out there. I can hear him coming already, so let's move quickly. If we can avoid it, I prefer not to aggro him. Get up here. We did aggro the thieves, but that's okay. Hopefully we don't die to the preacher here. Should we be back that long? I haven't got a punch for it. Oh, that was a big hit. Nope, that's the kick. Why'd I kick? That could have very easily been a death. I'm playing on control, so sometimes the kick animation is a bit close. Okay. Is that done? Okay, no. So I never noticed these boxes in the corner here. I wonder if they're just there to make some, how to say it, some fragments to look like the giant's doing more damage than he actually is. I wonder if there's more boxes like that. Oh, there is, kind of. What these are probably here for. Void sword ring. I can't remember what that does. I remember what a lot of the other things do. For example, the sage ring shortens the spellcasting time. Boost attack when HP is full. HP is essentially never going to be full. Covers HP with successive attacks. Yes, we want to swap out Flynn's ring because we are no longer low, and go for Pontiff's Sapphire. In fact, Flynn's ring may be why we were doing so much damage with the katana before we got to this section. I'm not sure if the damage dropped. I didn't notice it dropping that noticeably, but that was probably the reason why we're hitting so strongly. So, I want to get rid of this one and put blue stone. The blue tear stone ring will save our bacon more often than the life ring will at this point. Okay, let's head back down and deal with the second giant. We'll take the fast route down rather than going through the entire shortcut. There is some risk that we get killed by the knight here and some of the active thieves, but we're just going to ignore them at the moment and see how far they'll follow us. If he follows us all the way out here, then we'll deal with them. No, it seems that's his range. And we have 2 Estus left. That may be enough to deal with the giant if we get rid of some of these first. We don't have to get rid of all of them because the giant will probably do that for us. But we do want to deal with some of them so that they don't continually stagger us when we're trying to deal with the giant. So, can I get you to come over here? That not active? Yep. Oh, actually didn't hit it that time. The giant's more than happy to keep sleeping. And you're one as well. They are slow, but faster than you expect. They can definitely creep up on you. Now that's not all the slimes, I don't think. There's definitely some back there. But it's enough for our purposes, at least. Okay, we want to get the left leg. Oh. Oh. One of the blubbery guys. Ah, he got us with the blade. I think we're going to pull back actually and deal with the blade first, because that's going to be something that's going to get us if we don't. And then we go here, inventory, yes, use. He's going to settle down again, and we'll get this guy first. He will be by far the most annoying enemy there. Simply because he's a bit faster than the others. Okay. Oh, remember, front and behind. Sorry, not behind and front. Behind or to the side. Slimes make this slightly harder. Ah, he got me full on there. Get rid of Estus is slightly worrying. Getting close. Got me side on there. Oh, that's not good. Slide on. Dodge slime. And dodge sweep. Stick on the giant, please. Ah, you got me. Don't know me that the slime's getting in the way. Not only was the lock-on switching to them, but also they just stopped me from being where I want to be when fighting him. So no, if you look at the top left, where the faction symbol usually is, you can tell that my character is hollowed a little bit, because I believe that gets darker the more it is. Yeah, following 16, I could technically go back and draw out more than a little bit more strength. Come along here, get this guy. Simple enough. Now, hopefully the, I'm going to call them the Reformed, the Slug-like KO, doesn't drop down this time. You gotta throw something at us. Yeah. Settle down, guy. Settle down. Go back to bed. Yeah, you can see him on the wall there. Oh, he's gonna throw it again. Go back to sleep. Come on. There you go. Now we can deal with some of these slimes. I'm not sure how many, or if they continually respawn while the giant's still alive. It wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. But we do want to kill as many as we can. And just so you know, killing a giant is not something you have to do, you can just run straight past. We heard the giant stir, so we start getting here. Alright, we're gonna go back to bed. And then come back and deal with that slime. More slimes. Definitely more than one now. Getting here. Okay. We do get the shards, and we are getting some amount of souls from them. I'm not sure if they respawn or if there's more. Let's see that one over there. We'll go with this. At least 3. And we'll target this leg. Tried the other leg last time, I think. Okay, lead guy is by us. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over here, or I should say, roll over here, and see if we can get Bleed Guy to come with us. Sleep Giant, and we'll deal with the Slug Guy first. This is not the most riveting gameplay. I'll admit that straight away, but it is, I think, the better way to deal with them. And here comes Slug. Because if slimes are annoying, you're moral, so... Okay. Limes, go away. Please. Nope. I hate it when it does that. It assumes I can't see the target I'm trying to attack anymore and tries to switch target for me. Ah, that was a direct hit. I dodged the wrong way. It's worth it, it's worth it. It drops roughly 10,000 souls. But, yeah, proving difficult this time. See, for comparison, normally I'd be using a greatsword, which does more damage per hit. And you're only trying to get 1 hit per rotation, usually, for those sorts of rounds. This means using Katana, more hits, more chances to end up stamina locked. Okay, what we're going to do first, before we deal with any slimes or even the giant, we're going to try and just grab our souls. That way, even if we die, it's fine. Yeah, the lock-on action might be hurting us more than just swinging and hitting. slime's been bullying me. Four left. Bit of glare on the screen. Though it might make my webcam a bit dark, I may lower my visor just a little bit more afterwards. Yeah, I think it was actually the lock on those screens. Certainly wasn't helping. Slimes, I swear. Also, the fact that it can still hit us, despite being so far away from his foot, is so annoying. Yeah, that's the maximum hit. Just sweep us. His ankles more. But there he goes. Okay, you need to die. Okay. That should be all of them. Another large Titanite shard. Technically, we're gonna go upgrade a weapon, but we'll wait. Now, this place, I believe, gives us most of the drag armor. Wait, gauntlets. I believe it's missing one piece. I think it might be the helm. We've got the boots, the gloves, and the chest. I think the piece that's missing is, yeah, the helm. Which I think you can get through Pickle P, that compiling shrine. I think it's one of the items that you can drop if you give them the right thing. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. There are knights here, but most of them we're not going to fight because they are just happy to keep on worshipping and praying on their own. There are some exceptions. There are also some rather mean fireball people. Okay, this should activate the elevator back to the shortcut. And I think we can actually talk to Patches now. I think. He's either on this side. Don't see him here. He may be on the other side. Perhaps he's just not here until we rest. We'll know if this gets lowered. And not here. That's fine. Actually, it would have been helpful if he did lower it, because then we can go back to the bonfire quicker. Actually, there is a bonfire over here we can use. If you're... If you are worried about the giants respawning, they don't. They're one of the few enemies that are, for example, locked in a boss state. They just don't come back. All the slimes and the guy on the wall will. And they're more than happy to stick around. Yeah, I think we're just gonna hold this dude. As for Patches, is he active at the moment? He is not. It's kind of useful, also kind of not. I was kind of hoping to speak to Patches. He is very useful in his own way. because I haven't activated Sigmaya's quest to a certain point? Or is it Thieves? Sigmaya, he goes there. I think this is the next point that we meet him in his quest line. Hard to say. There's nothing over here. Way to drop down. Okay, let's run by. We don't need to fight them. And nothing there. Oh! And I'm fairly sure there's nothing on this side. No. Up as well. This looks suspicious as all hell. Look at it, it just feels suspicious. But for the most part, we're fine. Actually, I think we may return to Firelink Shrine because unless Cyrus is... We have Anri's. Anri Restoria. This should be Horus's, I believe. Yes, Horus the Hushed. I would prefer to have Cyrus's as well. Which would normally appear down here, I think. So, I am going to, very quickly, try and activate her questline. So we're not going to spend our souls. We're going to keep honorable in that amount, but we're just going to try and see if we can get Cyrus to appear again. No. What do I have to do to have her thing appear? Give Paladin's Ashes.
Let Iona.
20,000. Key to the dilapidated tower behind the shrine. Okay. Again, won't spend the things, was just hoping. Don't let me forget though. We actually want to speak to him. Ace, he's part of it.
You know I'm a petty. Well, everyone, I might as well.
Send
Thank
him.
you, Grintilla. Goodbye, Doosty.
Sending him first time is fine, sending him twice. Second time I believe you need to do a quest line to try and save him. Third time, that's when things get iffy.
Gaining it, even I.
It's just really sad. To him?
Oh, I would. Then shall we begin? Bearer.
Okay. I think this is the third time I've done it to him. So we'll keep on putting that up.
Then
Again.
shall we bear? Then shall we begin? Bearer.
Okay, this should be the last time we can.
Ah.
Yep.
You have attained ample strength. All will soon be clear, my good lord. Be safe.
Okay, he'll die soon. I know, very sad. He's very helpful. If we rest, I'm not sure if that will respawn some things. I think it might kill him. Nope, he's still here. I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna try. I gave it shit in the very first part for being able to do this, but it may be what we have to do. Okay, she's not here. I was hoping to have her here. There are no other bosses we can do, no other triggers we can start. He's passed away, and Yuria is here.
Oh, prithee. I am Yuria of Lon. Thanks to the Yols, allow me to express my
Your soul is
gratitude
deemed.
instead. Another matter.
I do want her armor set.
Art thou not, bearer of for the time thou remainst our lord, and I, of course, of
Okay. While we're wearing a full helmet, I don't care that much. But if we were still wearing the tatters, I would 100% get the Untrue Dark Ring. We are going to buy that when we can. We won't be able to get that because
Till we meet again, may the
that also cures hollowing, which we actually want to keep and get up to as high as we could. He's gone. It's fine. I'm trying to remember, was there another flag that we needed to trigger? I'm gonna try two things. The first is try and go out here. I believe there may be an item that we can pick up from one of the graves that may trigger her. Nope. Nothing here yet. So we can discount that theory. Second theory I have is the Pit of Hollows. We go there and then come back, maybe? Hard to say. Pit of Hollows. There we are. Don't think so. Come here later on. I think it's the Irithyll. We save a bacon while fighting one of the other bosses, and that allows her to then come and assist us. It's a little sad that we can't use her at the moment. At least I think so, but yeah, it's fine. It could be worse. There could be... we could have no summons that we could use. I don't remember, how did I have her active last time? Was it because I actually went to Irithyll first? Perhaps. Not a game-breaking twist. Just preference, you know, who you want to help you with the fight. Okay. Patches, are you spawned? Are you going to screw me over as I go past you? The answer is no. What happened to him? Trying very hard not to use the guide for this run, but I'm not sure why Patches A isn't spawning, and 2, why Cyrus currently not available. Can't be as simple as I went here before I dealt with the Watchers, can it? Perhaps, maybe? I suppose either way it doesn't mind that too much. Away, please. I am currently busy. I have no time for your shenanigans. Okay, you should turn around and start walking back home. Yep, yes. So what we're going to do is summon you. And also then summon you. Also, you don't need Cyrus. He's just a fairly decent summon. Henri and Horace should be more than fine. Because this fight isn't a boss fight typically, where you have one large creature that has a large moveset and does a bunch of damage if you get hit. It's a DPS race. You have to kill them faster than they can potentially summon their darkness and kill us. That's all there is to it. Doing well so far. You also don't want to be caught. Some of the, I'm going to say, big boned ones can prove troublesome later on. Because they will eventually start summoning darkness and being really annoying. Yep, like that. If you're not careful, if it gets too much, it can just instantly kill you. Not only does curse start to build up, but the large things that they summon can just get shot towards you and do HP damage. But easily enough done. That is the boss done, and I believe everything in the cathedral complete. Other than a few NPC storylines, which we weren't able to start at the moment anyway. So we are going to end the part soon. Just going to go back to the shrine, buy some things, and prepare for the next one. Didn't spawn this time either. Henry did though.
Oh, and we meet again. We spoke before on the Road of Sacrifices. Anri of Astora. I'm well pleased to see you safe. We reached the Cathedral of the Deep, but Aldridge's coffin was empty. The man-eater must have left for his true home. The little doll in the empty coffin told me. Aldridge is said to hail from Irithyll, in the Boreal Valley, an ancient fabled city. A pilgrim told me that the city lies beyond Found Keep, and so becomes our destination.
If you get information from a small doll, that's a sign that you're possessed and should probably throw the doll away and run screaming into the hills.
Aldridge's honest home, a pilgrim, and so Aldridge's...
Okay. And Horace, you got nothing to tell. Same? Yep. Very helpful. Very insightful. Very helpful. Yes. A lot of information.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then take nourishment.
Actually, before we do that,
Farewell, Ashen Maiden.
I want to do a few things. First, come along here, buy the key. There's something else from here that I want to buy, right? Exile armor. Lloyd's shield ring isn't that useful to us. Yeah, that's fine. And the Grey Rat return? You did.
Oh, hello. It took some... Go on.
You don't have anything too interesting for us at the moment, do you? Assassin armor, but short of that, not so much. Grey Rat gives a lot of basic items. Ones that are useful for some builds, or weapons that you prefer if you're interested in it, such as a Pontiff Knife's Curved Sword. Actually a really useful one. I'm actually surprised you got it.
Goodbye. Oh,
If you gave the Pontiff Knife's armor, I'd be surprised.
Tis good, wasn't he?
Reinforce this. We didn't get a Ember, which I thought we did in the church there. Okay. And we are at 7 to 2. That's fine. Nothing to repair. And we've got nothing we want to infuse into this that we can at the moment, so it's fine.
Pretty big, I don't want that.
There's no pyromancers we want to buy at the moment. No spells. Which means we can effectively just use Class C souls for either transposition or for leveling up.
Aha, that's all.
As for this, the ones that we have don't list anything too interesting. That sword reminds me of the sword of flame and sorcery from Elden Ring. Nothing else too interesting. Now, we said before that we should get some items, so we don't have to, you know, on New Game Plus, have to farm all the bosses twice. But first playthrough, if you're not going to use them, I feel that you get more use out of converting them to souls. Could be wrong, but it's just my take on it.
Welcome, host speak. Very well, then tut taken.
And how many levels is this? 43, 36. So 7 for the most part. 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Okay. That's not too bad.
Farewell, Ashen, may the flip.
Damage is getting up there. Health-wise, we're fine. Dark Souls 3, a lot of From Software games, Vigor is interesting. Depending on the game, there are certain breakpoints. I think it's 40 in Elden Ring and 30 in Dark Souls 3, where health exponentially grows larger for a small selection of points before, you know, diminishing down to only getting you 1 or 2 hit points per level. I believe the magic number for Dark Souls 3 is between 30 to 40. Elden Ring, it may be higher or lower. I haven't looked at the actual tables for a while. But generally speaking, you get a lot out of Vigor. Probably more than you do out of putting points into whatever damage that you do. At least until you have it up to a decent amount. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I want to try up to 6 attacks if we can. I'm not sure if there's actually enough points you can put into endurance to get that, but we'll try. Weapons and equipment wise are fine. Could try reinforcing pyromancy flame, especially if we're going to use it later on.
Tis good, wasn't he?
So let's do that. Impulse weapon. You don't do it.
I don't.
You do.
I
2, 3. And we can't do that until we get more large Titanite shards. We'll start seeing more of those later on. Or we'll just grab it because we have leftover souls.
do not be gone. What is it?
Won't be using the pyromancy flame for a little bit.
Ah, how
Purchase item. And we'll grab some of these.
Ashen 1.
And because we're about to end the part, we may as well do the last section of the Firelink Shrine we can, because we just got the key for it. And we might actually see patches by doing this. Because that key, I believe, opens this gate. Should allow us to get up and towards the back part of the shrine, which has a few things of interest to us. Anything else up here? Yep. Yeah, but we actually want to get down to that, because as you can see, it's a crystal lizard. So I want to drop down to the roof here. I believe there's only one crystal lizard, so kick this down. All up here. And grab this lizard. All the twinkling to white Titanite will later on be very useful. Glasses. Yeah. These headphones, while these are my backup headphones. My actual proper headphones died, I want to say 2 weeks ago, and can't replace them at the moment. These are good. I've had them for nearly a decade now, and I've just had them as sort of a backup pair. They work great. They don't... I haven't had any real issues with them for a while now. However, they do end up strangling my ears a little bit after a few hours. Problem I have with some of the older headphones. Okay, we go up here. Yep, just close the door. So at the very least, we'll have communication with him that way. Don't believe you. Always verify those messages. Unless they say jump off the ledge of a cliff, because that is bad. Raise the sun. There's actually a large tree there. Get a nice view of the castle. Good to see that, sorry, go here. We actually did pick up the binoculars, didn't we? But this won't let us fall off the edge. I honestly like the design of the castle. Makes you want to explore it. That's where we end up in the end. But yeah, it looks... how to say this? It looks appropriately fantastical, which makes you want to just go in and explore all the dungeons and all the little knickknacks and corners. Like its design. Even now, I could literally just keep on staring at it. How do I stop staring at it, actually, though? Can we stop using the binoculars? Yep, there we go. Get these, which won't actually be useful to us for a while. Actually thought that were eyeballs. No, it's just a soul. So it does actually have a small use for us. It allows us to hollowing at any point if we wished.
Sorry, friend. Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is gonna kill you, kittens. Some places are better left alone, you know.
Cheers.
Oh, sorry. Am I a tad too late?
Cheers.
Have no fear. There's beauty in death. Besides, you're amongst your own. Plenty of company, right?
Rude.
Oh, by stripping him, you're gonna make some.
Very rude. Now, first things first, we want to be at full health for this. And we want to jump off roughly there. So between those two bricks, if possible. And I missed it. Nope, got it. Yep, barely. Stuck. Up, stuck landing. There we go. That does remind me that I need to burn the last undead bone shard. That's the string. Now, I believe the fly keeper's robe. Take it. Oops. I'm tempted to just keep on using that set. Until I, you know, see my face. Ah. I mean, the master actually does blend in fairly well. Let's look into the firelight and see. out into the light, I should say. Does it blend well? Not really. No, it kind of doesn't. And that doesn't as well. It's not really a good head item to go with that set that we have at least. I do like it, mind you. But we'll stick with the Fallen Knight for now. The Fallen Knight armor there. Fallen Knight gauntlets and Fallen Knight trousers. We weren't hollowed, and I didn't want armor at least in every slot. I'd probably stick with the Firekeeper. Okay. Down through here. Just trying to remember, other than burning the shard, is there anything else we had to do? Speak to Patches, perhaps? I'm not sure if he's actually up here at the moment. He may have retreated. No, he's here. For an apology.
Ah, now I'll come clean. You know, you. Oh, fantastic! On the heart of.
Unspeakable Patches? Unbreakable Patches. Okay. We actually need to get the Katarina armor off him, because that's for Sigma's quest. Do we have enough souls on us to do that? As if so, we can just do that now. Maybe a slightly slow process, going through all of them. $15k. I think the price for everything's 20k.
Oh, aren't you?
1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got the shield for good measure. I think that's everything. Yes.
Thanks.
How much do I actually need for a level up at this level? 11,000. And even if I was to use up the last of these, it wouldn't get close. Put it interdiction there. So we'll just head down to the cathedral again and try and do Sigma's little quest there. We could try and find Patches in the cathedral. We don't actually need to for his questline, I don't think. I could be wrong about that, mind you, but right here. Where's the patrol guy? There should be a patrol guy there. Maybe he's not doesn't spawn when this event's happening. Oh, he's so happy. They're out of there in a jiffy. But yes, with that, I think we'll say that we're done with Cathedral of the Deep. I think there's no more NPC storylines that we have to do here for a little bit. One in Rosaria's bedchamber, but we can't actually trigger that one now. Road to Sage, it sacrifices Farron Keep. That's our next stop. So, considering the length of this part, I'm probably going to fold the swamp and probably the catacombs together. The next part that we end up doing. Which will probably be up fairly soon. But for now, thanks for watching us. As the volume for Dark Souls 3 fades, and see you next time.